What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. My name is Jacob, new and improved. The day I was sick, I had a chance to update the stream a bit. Still pretty sick, but I'm here. I can literally hear myself right now. So I'm glad that we can at least stream with the new setup. The mobile version has the chat box still up. Let me fix that. So yeah, we have separate screens going on now. We have separate computers controlling the stream, so we won't have crashes. Okay, so not as many crashes now, and we'll be able to keep going if something does happen. So I'm praying that's the first problem we were having for a while, so hopefully no more crashes. Now we're getting into, I had to change over everything to the new computer though. So like the camera, I have a cam link coming. The camera the capture card I have for the camera doesn't work on the new computer, so I had to get a new capture card for that. Now you'll see I'm a little more jittery today, but you probably won't notice. Let's see if the sound effects work though, real quick. Make sure we get all these going. Can you guys hear that? I think you should be able to. No, you can't. Wait, I muted it. That's my bad. Okay, music's working there. Cool. Also, we got... Nice. It seems like all of them were working. But, guys, welcome back. Yeah. Still sick, but it's okay. We're going to grind. But cool new setup, right? So far, pretty sick. What's really cool, too, is I'll be able to pop on this screen behind me. In just a second, we'll go over our top 10 winners. Mac Era OS sound, not yet, man. It's coming. Yeah, we're running the stream on a Mac, so it is a little different. But definitely have never had issues with Mac crashes. So hopefully the quality remains the same. I have the bitrate the same. I might have to play with that so long as it is weird, but lots to talk about, guys. Man, I can hear everything I'm saying inside my head. Bitcoin still, trading above 60, and that's okay. Still trading above 60K, which we're happy with. The bot still doesn't want to cooperate, which is fine. But Bitcoin is cooperating with the overall price action we talked about. And we got a lot to go over with like Solana. Solana touched that 137 target that we discussed. Could be some decent buys, or if you did trade it, there was a way to actually trade that exact level. We'll talk about that a little bit, but it's good to be back. You have iMac M3 or just Mac Mini? This is the Mac Studio. Because I got it for editing as well. Zach, I'm still feeling under the weather, but I'm gonna make the stream as best I can. So hopefully it's enjoyable. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying. The allergies are really bad here too. Yeah, new intro screen. I'm gonna probably change that as well. So sorry if that was like a little boring. I'll probably switch that up too. But overall, let's go ahead and go into our top 10s. Why not? Let's go into the top 10 viewers from last week. And I got a new pen for Pepe. The Pepe cam should work. There he is. Cool. Whoa. What's that? Oh, that was weird. That was like a like sequence. I don't know what the heck that was. Okay, we'll see that later. All right. That being said, let's go to our top 10, my friends, and get to that by clicking this button. Hopefully it pops up. Starting with number 1 this week was actually sorting with the 702. We got Dave in second with 562, Wardo in third with 537, Adam in fourth, 527, David in fifth with 513, Silent Auto, 512 and 6, Alex 512 and 7th, Fam 496 and 8th, Brad 470 in 9th, and the Doberman guy 451 in 10th. Congrats, guys. Great job for those of you that were our top 10 viewers last week. We really appreciate you tuning in every single day, getting those Bitcoin predictions in and chatting. Y'all know the drill. So great job. Dave, yeah, I did minus his 100 points, but that was the week before. This was a fresh week for him. So great job to those of you that did were ranking up last week, being in the top 10 list this week. So really appreciate you guys. Points reset today. So that being said, let's go ahead and pick our top 10 winner for this week. Sweet, dude, that looks so sick. The new setup looks so sick with that screen behind me, and then it like has all top 10 there. That's pretty sick. All right, let's go ahead and get the Pepe cam up here. I'm gonna get music going so it's not super boring. Sorry about that. Let me bring that down to a bit. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Not as loud. All right, so y'all know the drill. What we've been doing is we've been doing 1 through 10. Let's see if I can get this working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. How many spins should we do? Yeah, until we figure out, guys, the bot situation, we won't do watch time, okay? How many spins we should do? We're gonna do the pick of the top 10 viewer last week to win $100, and then we're gonna fill the board with our analysis. Then we're gonna get into Bitcoin and all that, okay? At least 10 spins, sort of said. All right, we can do 10. At least 10. All right, we'll do 10. Make it easy. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Who's it gonna be? Number 3, Wardo. I don't think Wardo's won yet. Congrats, Wardo. Wardo wins $100. Man's a legend. Been here a lot. I don't think he's won yet. So I like when I see people that haven't won yet. So congrats, man. Congrats, Wardo. Really appreciate you tuning in every day and being a part of the HODL gang, man. Great job. Wardo, you're also in the wrong stream, by the way. Wardo's in the other stream. Great job, Wardo, locking in his $100 just being a top 10 viewer, guys. If you want a chance at a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100 every week, all you have to do is come chat, hang out, put in your Bitcoin predictions, everything like that to be a part of the top 10. Carlos, welcome to the Hodl Gang, man. He just locked in 10 or 5 entries to every Friday giveaway, as well as cool badges and emotes, just for tuning in and joining the Hodl Gang. Really appreciate you being here. Guys, Solana. Oh, Amazon's crossing. Let's go. Was it crossing? I had a trade on Amazon today. Hold on, let me look at my... Yo, this setup is so much better than the last one. The last one was kind of all over the place. This looks so much cleaner. My Amazon trade's doing good. Okay. All right, let's get into... really quickly, guys. I'm going to go to the Twitter real fast. We do have some news coming out this week. And for those of you that don't follow the Twitter, I would highly suggest going and following it, because guess what? It keeps you up to date constantly with what's going on. So on Sundays, we keep you updated as well. So on Sunday, you'll know what's coming for that week to pay attention to. You can see here, let me pull it up. We do post a lot of analysis every day and everything that's going on with the crazy war that we're going into. But this week, remember, March retail sales and inventories. Jerome was speaking. We had the Philadelphia Fed Index, and then March housing data earnings coming as well, starting that next earnings season. But yeah, the rate cut was interesting. As we get posted there, markets are now pricing in only one rate cut this year. Very different from the 6 of 2024 that we're going to actually do, but that's okay. We're getting at least a cut. That's good. But yeah, lots going on in the Middle East. We have to be really worrisome about. We finally broke down, as you guys saw, on the S&P 500. We'll go over that here shortly. And that's why I was saying even last week I was a little short on like some of the chip stocks. They were overextended regardless. We finally got a little bit of retracement on that, but lots to go over. It's quite interesting to see us finally kind of pulling back, but not much. I think we're down 4% for the high. Remember, we talked about the correction being around 5% on the U.S. markets, which is quite interesting. So that 3K level on Ethereum we're going to talk about here soon as well. But overall, guys, make sure you do follow the Twitter if you want to constant updates there. I wanted to make sure that we touch base on what's actually coming this week. And for one quick second, give me hold on. Let me go to let me get that music back on. Sorry. I do want to check out overall the updates this week, because there is a decent amount of things coming, and they might already be happening. So 1 second here. Yeah, you just got to bear with me today, guys. I mean, I'm streaming for you. I'm not feeling the best, but I want to at least get you updated on everything. So, yeah, yesterday we had the retail sales. We came down off of that. Pretty decent red day. Today bounced out a little bit. Jerome isn't speaking in 5 minutes, I think. No, he already did. Sorry. He already did speak. He's speaking right now, probably. So that's probably this volatility, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So he is speaking actually now, I'm assuming. Crude oil inventories tomorrow, 10:30. Let's see anything else. And then, yeah, on Thursday, we have the Philadelphia Fed manufacturing. And then Friday, yeah, nothing crazy. Oh, it was home sales on Friday, sorry. Or no, that's Thursday. But nothing too crazy on Friday. So home sales Friday at 10 a.m., so be ready for that. So that's pretty much it for the news. He's finished now. Antor, I appreciate that, man. That's why you tune in every day. All right. That being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into Bitcoin predictions. Let's do that. Then we're going to get into charting. Let's get into our Bitcoin predictions here. Bitcoin's sitting at 69,878. Man, daily charts could be interesting one to talk about. All right, let me pull up the dashboard for the stream, and we'll get into those Bitcoin predictions. Y'all know the drill. So if you guys want to become a top 10 viewer, this is the best way to do so. Okay, this is the best way to do so. Let me double check something real quick. Is the bot in here yet or no? And in order to do that, you do have to. You'll see in just a second. I don't think it is. All right, let me undo. Let me unlist the other stream so we can get it in there. All right, the bot should join the main stream in just a second, and you guys will have a chance to put in your Bitcoin predictions. If you want to get a chance to add 100 points to your profile, make sure you join the other stream. It's the widescreen format, okay? And that'll give you a chance to enter in your Bitcoin prediction, and you get 100 points out of your profile if you're correct by the end of the stream. Go ahead and ping it in there. See if he jumps over. Which indicator do I recommend for 1 minute chart Bitcoin trading? No indicator. 1 minute chart Bitcoin trading is not really the best option for trading. Let's see, I have our music queued up here too. Make sure we're going on there. All right, bot is over. Okay, cool. Guys, if you want to be a part of the Bitcoin predictions, make sure you jump over to the main stream. It's the widescreen format. Okay, price we are going with is right here. It is 62,750. If you guys think it's going to be more or less than 62,757, type in exclamation BTC more or less. If it is by the end of the stream, if you're correct, you get 100 points added to your profile, meaning you get to pretty much start ranking on that top 10 viewer leaderboard. So by the end of the week, if you're a top 10 viewer, you get a 1 in 10 chance of being or 1 in 10 chance of winning $100. So that being said, let me go ahead and get this other music going.
Which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that.
So we have something. Got a new pet and everything, guys. No haircut yet, though. I don't want to get anybody sick. No haircut yet.
If you say that getting the money is the most
This pet's
important,
leaking a bit. Yikes.
you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living. That is to go on doing things you don't like doing.
predictions in, guys.
Which is stupid.
Get those Bitcoin predictions in if you want to be considered. All right.
That is full of what you like doing.
All right, that being said, right now is where we take our that big can't. Right now is where we take our suggestions. If you want to see anything analyzed today that isn't a major like Solana, Bitcoin, or Ethereum, we can go over it. So throw it in the chat and we'll go over it. Lots to talk about, and let's get it. BCH for Punk Chainer. BCH first on the board. Cosmos. Get my prediction in. MATIC. This pen's a little runny. This thing needs to dry up. Render, AVAX. Terrible. I don't know. Just please ignore my handwriting. ICP. Look at him say Bitcoin. Pith. Near's a good one. Near. Jupiter. Ondo. Balls again. Here we go. Balls. Link. Link is. I've been watching Link. Link. Tia. XRP. Balls. What else? Fetch. We can do Fetch. That. Guys, also update. We've been talking with the merch company, so we will have merch soon for you guys. ARB from Marland. But only to certain people. Okay. Next people to put in the exact same ticker symbol will get it on the board. So I'm watching. Put in the same ticker symbol for the last spot like always.
What do I desire?
I see FTM. Not balls. We're not going to do balls. Sorry. As much as you guys think it's funny. Tesla. Balls again. No, Dave. We're not doing balls. Jasmine. Core, Arrow, SCI, Bonk. This other dude said Bonk too. How are these doing actually during this? They probably fell as well. Yep. Y'all know my thought. Jacob, quite a thing yet? Goodness gracious. VCH is on the board. BNB. Oh, Aerodrome. Okay. Aerodrome looks like his first one up that I've seen at least. We could do that one. Arrow. This pen's a little runny. I guess you guys can't really notice. I can though. Okay, cool. Alright guys, if you didn't put in your Bitcoin predictions, make sure you get them in right now. Because this is about the end of it. So, Aerodrome is that last one. Great job, whoever said that. And we'll get into it in just a second, my friends. The market seems to be bouncing, going back and forth here. Market just turned back around, I think, on that 5 minute. Rallied out, came back down. Quite interesting. All right. We're going to go over Bitcoin. Don't worry, man. We always go over Bitcoin. All right, my friends. Closing them down now. Closing down the queue. I'm going to public the other stream again. And let's get rolling, my friends. Does the stream look clear, by the way? Does it look clear enough? It looks, obviously I can see it looks pretty clear, but I can't tell. I might have to up the bit rate a bit. I guess if you fix it yourself. Looks pretty good. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys, we're going to jump over to charting and get to Bitcoin. Starting with Bitcoin. Where is my Bitcoin chart? Okay. We'll get into it. I'm going to go ahead and go live on Instagram as well. What's up, Instagram? How we doing? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. I've been a little sick, so that's why we didn't stream yesterday, but I appreciate you guys joining us. And again, if you want to be a part of the main stream, make sure you jump into the YouTube version, the horizontal stream over there. That is the main stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to get into Bitcoin, talking about what we've seen the past few days over the weekend, and let's get into it. All right. Alrighty. Alright, guys, so, we discussed that 65,500 level quite a bit. Quite a bit, actually. So, that comes with that weekly open close high over there from that weekly in 2021. Now, that being said, price respected it last week and then broke through it this week. Biggest thing is just coming from the war news, everything that's been happening. But this Friday, right, we got supposedly the halving. It's Friday, right? Let me check. Should be Friday. Right? Yeah, it is Friday. So this Friday halving coming, I think it said roughly like 5:06 right now, which is pretty interesting to see. So maybe if it dives back, we might get to see what happens when it if it ends up being on stream, right? So that being said, Bitcoin right now hovering of the 60K mark. We discussed this a billion times, right? We've said before the halving, we just want consolidation in the 60s, and yet again, it's respecting a daily open, close, low there. Nice volatility, but anywhere above 60K, we're still happy, right? So we still haven't retest 60 on the dot yet. I would like to see us obviously get back over that 65,500 level, but if for some reason we don't, you know, we'll be slowly watching it, right? We're showing people actually wanting to buy this off of that 62 mark, which is good. So we'll kind of continue to watch that area there. Let's go to that 4-hour time frame. 4-hour, remember, we respected that 65,500 quite nicely, moving into nearly a new all-time high, and then came back down and broke the 65,500 again, and then rejecting it. Notice the the change in trend here on the oscillator actually gave us a lower high there before it was official. Flipped to do a change of character, had that next leg down. So very nice moves from that oscillator play as well. So you do gotta kind of respect the way that the price action has been. It's been very clean, going up and rejecting 65,500 again as well. So overall, it's been a very nice move to the downside with the respected trend, right? So any respected trend I'm happy with, but that 60K mark is what we're really watching here, okay? So if we go back to that daily, it would be kind of interesting to see now a fixed volume profile here to talk about, because we go to a 4-hour now, we bring it into this recent day. You can see we're below that value range. We recently bounced off of it and we broke through it. So this could be an indication that 60K is a possibility. We just need to see if we can actually respect this same level we've bounced off already, which is a decent volume shove either way and a high volume order block. So that 61, 62 level is pretty key to keep an eye on. But this would be kind of your saving grace before it touches 60 if it actually wants to bounce here. We could get a higher low of the 4-hour oscillator and go from there, but you know, it's in a nice downtrend. So the 4-hour, I'm not going to say that we're bullish on, but we are consolidating nicely on the daily, and the 4-hour is trending nicely. So seeing that, you know, if it's going to respect this 61, 62 mark, I'm going to continuously watch that. But you can even tell here on the daily, it does have some room to the downside. Now, we have discussed that a bit on the weekly, and this overall, and why, you know, every time I hop on stream here, people are like freaking out about, you know, Bitcoin dipping like it is. The biggest reason behind, or the biggest thing I would tell you is make sure you zoom out, because on the weekly here, it's nothing. Like this pullback from these 70s is honestly not much at all. We're still up above all-time highs from, you know, 2021, and even then, it's like not very often, you know, before the halving does Bitcoin even run for all-time highs. So this is still kind of early. A lot of times you have, especially in the cycle, you're trading, you know, in these mid areas before you go and make a run for all-time highs. So it's nice to see that we've hit an all-time high, which means this halving could actually be pretty nice. But overall, looking at a weekly time frame, it's not really much that I'm overall worried about. If we got a retracement into this imbalance here, that could be solid. But if we're above that 60K, I mean, I'm happy. But you can see here, even that next kind of pivotal weekly point is roughly around that 46, 47 mark that we had before. I overall, though, would say 50K would be an interesting price point if we were to touch that. But you got a nice imbalance sitting there above 50, around the 53 to 59, 60 level. If for some reason we would have come off of that. But consolidation here to bring the oscillator down on the weekly would be really nice, to give us a potential move after the halving for when we have that continuous cycle to push us higher yet again. So we're still looking for that run to 100K this year. It's just a matter of being patient. We've already had, you know, from this last move, from this last consolidation period, right below, you know, that 50K mark, we've had, you know, a 50 to, I mean, we had 70% run, you know. Even from the crazy consolidation we had below 30K, I mean, come on. It's not what you're talking about. 147 to the high, 100% to where we're at. So it's not like we're, you know, sitting down here in the 30s like we were, earlier this last year. Going into the new year, right, in January, we were even sitting right below 50. So this year has been incredible so far for Bitcoin. So as long as it holds up over 60K, like we said already from those weekly levels, we're happy. But we'll continue to go over this week as we're going into the halving coming up on Friday. So keep a close eye on it, and we'll see where it goes from there. Ethereum, though, pulling back nicely. I promise I don't smoke. I sound like a smoker, but I promise I don't smoke. I'm just sick. Interesting moves, right? 88% into that pivotal point on that weekly 35.24. And clearly rejected our weekly high there for that 4K level we talked about a billion times on stream, right? So that being said, I really, this retracement is not bad. Let me pull up the fib. This retracement is not bad for that breakout move, right? This is, it tapped that 50%. Like we said, we even discussed the idea of 2,500 would be actually a really good spot for Ethereum to kind of maybe settle off. If we even pull this line here, you can see that pivotal support that came off of that weekly chart back in March of 22, seeing there, could come into play at some point, be right to this imbalance as well. But the fact that last week closed back up below that previous weekly low of 3,057 makes you think if we close over 3K again on ETH this week could be really good. This thing went up, rejected the same previous higher low there, indicating a decent trend on the daily. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour tried to respect or honestly break on a reversal, but didn't. Broke out though on this price here, broke the structure on the oscillator, so see maybe get a higher low. If it can get back over 32.56, maybe make a move. But really that 3200 is pretty key. You can see the amount of support that's come through around that area. 3200 though, that's what I'd watch right now. But even if this high here, 3281 breaks, could be super clean. Prediction after the halving, we're going for this year, we're going for 100K if we could get the SEM cycle, right? So I'll be watching it. Guys saying, bro, gold, bro. Dude, we always go for gold. Just bear with me, okay? Gold, we're still holding a position in, by the way. We didn't close that one day, but we'll go over here in a sec. ETH, though, 3K. Obviously, psychological support coming in. If I want to be bullish, I want to see this thing back over 3,200. But overall, bearish on the 4 hour, bearish on the daily with that structural rejection. Also rejecting that previous low too. So next target would be like to the downside 2,700, 2,750 going down there if that was, a possibility. So we'll keep a close eye on it. Bearish money flow. Everything's leading bearish on Ethereum still. But let's hop over to gold. Gold here. Like we said, and we've talked about, I did consider taking off some here, but then I double thought about what we've been talking about is gold. It hasn't had 2 bearish days in a row since the last consolidated period. So all I've been waiting on now is for its second bearish day in a row, and it still hasn't done it. So it is back up. It did recover. We're still in the final position. They're still in our final, trade, or whatever you're going to say, final position size. Sorry, we started off with 10, but we're still in the final here. It's very extended on a daily. It's just a matter of time probably before it finally sets those 2 bearish days, but you never know. This thing could break through the 2,400. So as long as it continues to close above previous day's highs on gold, it's still a hold. I'm going to wait until we get 2 bearish days. We haven't had 2 bearish days since the last consolidation. So we could be seeing some consolidation in here, but it's so extended on all time frames, even the weekly here. But I would like to see even on this 4 hour. Look how it reset so nicely. It's trading above that 50 level on the oscillator. Everything looks pretty clean here. Higher low around 2366. That's solid there. Daily time frame, coming back up 2,400 or so. Looks good if it can break that. But as long as today closed over yesterday's high of 2387, I think we're going to be pretty good. Okay, so really keep a close eye on that. 2387, we'll go from there. But great job to those that have been holding this through. So long as we don't see consecutive bearish days, I think we're pretty solid on this. So keep a close eye on it. Gold, not much to talk about because it's just continuously breaking new highs. So let's go over the NASDAQ now. Remember what we said. Is that if this thing broke 18K, that we're gonna start looking bearish. And guess what? Yesterday it broke its structure, and look what happened. We got a print and change character, so we could finally consider a potential bearish setup here on gold, on the ES. Yesterday, got that bearish starting point with that breakdown. I do want to see 18K respected. I want to see it break down. And go off of that level again. So that's pretty much the big watch here. If it's going to go up and retest 18K, I would want to see, at least the oscillator give me another bearish starting point on a 4-hour and a daily time frame. But it is inside a very high volume 4-hour order block here at 40%. So you definitely probably see some bullish reaction. Definitely probably see some bearish reaction off the 18K. But that's a matter of time, right? So very interesting conflicting levels here on the daily. The 18,000 lines up nicely with very much previous bounce and very much previous rejection before it broke out of it. So very, how many times want to say very much? Very interesting psychological level. Obviously is 18K, so even that weekly has a pivotal point there too. So it breaking down quite healthy though. So if we go to that daily time frame, we take off a move from the previous high here, right now we're sitting at roughly 4%. So it's already acting like this is a decent correction. I mean, I honestly would want to see it go retest this lower order block, just because the oscillator is leaning more bearish right now. We'll see what it sets up today, but you never know. These things, the NASDAQ and ES have recovered quite quickly on these pullbacks. So we'll see. The last time it had it, remember, it was over here January. From its all-time high, it came back about 4.83%. And watch this. If I go back here, mark that high to where we're at now, it's pretty much the exact amount, 4.8 by that low. But yeah, so this week could flip back, could flip back very much so. But I'm still going to keep a close eye on this for sure. So stay focused on the NASDAQ, see if it wants to break back over 18K or reject it. That's the key. So on the ES, we talked about 550. I would still love to see 550. The difference on the ES is look how extended it is on the daily to the downside versus the NASDAQ. It's not all the way down just yet. So the ES, which is interesting, is red today versus the NASDAQ being green, but it's right at break even. Makes you wonder, where it actually does want to go, but. On that 4-hour time frame, this thing broke structure quite nicely. It's retesting highs. I do have an order block sitting down there. Let me see here. Yeah, this level here when it broke gave me that charge. Yeah, this level here is going to be our next target. BOS line, really. Lovely support off of it, 560s. And then also rejecting those 560s. So anywhere in the 560s, considering a potential level to break, to bounce. So keep an eye on 560. It's still, yet again, we're still showing now a bear structure change here. You can even see though, when it happened up there. Obviously, I wouldn't consider that until we started showing lower lows, which you are now. 4-hour time frame. That's the first time we've had, besides here when it fully first time we finally showed a breakdown where it has struggled to recover, right? Breakdown, massive 4-hour candle, recovered on ES. Breakdown, easily recovered on ES. Breakdown here, easily recovered on ES. Breakdown, struggling to recover. So it's the first time we're starting to see potentially bears kind of be in control. I would like to see, it would be nice to get a retracement to 51.60 there, but again, 50.60 right where we're at, bottom of that order block. I didn't even realize there was one there. Is quite clean. You can see just from this as well. So the high 60s would be ideal for me to potentially look at a trade here on ES to see if we could get a potential support or even long-term type retracement setup. Right now we are 4%, almost hit that 5%. Remember what we said, corrections usually 5%. So keep a close eye on it, and this could be that level that that gave it enough to continue, right? Daily has broken down for the 50. That's what's really nice. Weekly has also broken down to set it for a higher low. So everything is actually showing us on the price action side now. Obviously, anything crazy that comes out of the news with the war or anything like that could drive price lower. It can always drive price lower, but it has had a healthy correction if this is what it needed to go, make that next move. 3 red weeks on the ES, giving us a nice correction. As you can see here, this was a more aggressive one back at the into the end of last year. But all-time highs, guys, zoom out, then you can consider if it's actually a crazy pullback or not. And it's not. It's very minor pullback there on the NQ and the ES. So this is very healthy market corrections that have been needed. So we'll see. The war is the main focus right now, and rate cuts. So keep a close eye on that. Definitely keep a close eye on it. Let me go into Solana. We haven't talked about it yet. And then we'll get almost to what you guys wanted. Almost there. Which you could say minor pullback on Solana. I mean, for the 30% versus a 600% increase, I would say that's pretty minor. That's the difference. It's like 30% is a lot, or 30%. Sorry, that is 30. Downside is different. So 30% is a lot, right? But overall, 50%, it moving almost 600% from its last consolidation, and even this consolidation here, 100% is insane. So I mean, this is yet again the biggest thing we were talking about on Friday is all about opportunity. We discussed this level here, 137.63, being a good opportunity mark, and I still think it is. So like I said, if it did touch this price, would be buying more. Definitely did. But 30% on Solana, right? Or sorry, 133 on Solana right now. From that weekly level, like we said, it was pretty nice. I would definitely want to see if this week could close over that. It would obey the structure point here. In my opinion, and this is not financial advice. Technically, I can't give that to you, but I am personally going to be buying some here. Probably more once I see that this closes, if it closes back over that 137.63 level. But you can already see here, like on a 4-hour, every time it originally bounced really nicely, and I was about to go nuts if this thing actually bounced beautifully off that level. But yet again, respecting a weekly level, bounce up back over 150 from that. Even though it dipped beneath it again, it still hasn't retested this low. It's still trying. People are still willing to buy it here, which is a good sign. So, yeah, long-term, though, guys, this is all long-term bias, right? This isn't me saying this is a good trade opportunity, right? If you're a trader, if you want to trade this, I wouldn't say 137 is the place to just buy for a long, leveraged or whatever. Bear with me. All right. Yeah, this is long-term investments, right? My opinion, even though it's not financial advice, it's like if you're betting on the long term, right, just go off consecutive levels. Levels worth buying off of is always the best. So, like I said, I buy Solana and Bitcoin and Ethereum every single week. But when I see them come back, make retracements on very key levels, like 137 on that weekly chart, I always buy a little bit more. But these are, for me, all 5 to 10 year holds, right? These are long-term holds. When I want to buy at these levels, right? I'm not trading these levels. I'm just buying for the long term. So if you want to trade these levels, you got to go for like a 4-hour time frame, and then you see confirmation. You dive into lower time frames, look for a setup, and then make like a that was a $13 trade or more. It was almost $20 trade up to 155. But if I were to actually look for like a trade opportunity on this current spot on Solana, I would want to see it break through this previous lower high there, and then give me a higher low. But anywhere in the 130s, I think, is very good on Solana for the long term. But again, I can't give you financial advice, so that's pretty much all I can say. But keep a close eye on it. Obviously, this is all being affected the same as everything else on the war going on. But Solana is a good level. We discussed this level as well. If I go even do a weekly chart here and pull up, let's just pull up a fib from this low here. One sec. I haven't heard the music this whole time, by the way. Like, I literally can't hear anything. I just hear my voice. It's entering off of that low, that previous pivotal low. It's coming into its golden pocket. You can see the 50% lines up nicely with that previous high. From here, though, look at this. From this recent swing low, look at how it's touching beautifully that 618, which is like the golden zone. That lining up, off the 618 lining up with that BOS and it already bouncing. And the 137's in the middle of that is pretty key, so that's pretty nice. We want to see this week just saw it close over 137.63, and it's looking good. You bought 25K worth at 147. I mean, that's pretty awesome, to be honest. You're literally not that. That's insane, actually. I mean, that's still a good price because this healthy retracement could slingshot us into the 250s, pretty soon. So we'll keep a close eye on it. Keep a close eye on it for sure. Let me go over, how long are we into this? 48. Okay, we're almost to time to go over y'all's suggestions. All right. I need to mute my mic when I do that. Sorry. That's my bad. I'm praying this is done by the end of this week. Maybe Friday will be hype. All right. Let me see. Crude oil made its move, my friends. Week after week, the daily's just been consolidating up here. Got crude oil report tomorrow. This could be a bull flag. Just don't die. You're funny. JJ, we're going to be going over... I keep thinking I keep forgetting I have another mouse for the other computer now. Where's my mouse? There we go. JJ, we're going to be going over these here in just a second, okay? We'll be going over BCH, MATIC, AVAX, Render, Arrow, ARB, FET, Link, BCH, and Jupiter. So that's why you tuned in early, to get your suggestion potentially added to Pepe Wheel, guys. Yeah, say what's up to Pepe. Pepe's in the chat. Pepe's in the chat. He's been waiting to stream. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, crude oil, not much going on here. Bull flag potential formation. So long as this holds over 83 or 84. Anywhere above 83.13, I think I like it for continuation. Let's go over the euro. Euro USD obviously following suit, right? We talked about this on the daily, potentially coming all the way down to, man, I think we even said this level. Maybe not. Yeah, we were talking about 105 here. either way, lovely bearish price action, big sell off. We had the interest rate news last week. 107 broke. Then we talked about the bottom of the order blocks, or the top of this order block down here, the target here. 106.7 was a good target, and then right now 105.815, still in that bearish structure. Go that 4 hour here. Beautiful rejections. 107.016. Yeah, I mean, this thing is still a bear. If I want to be bullish on this on a 4 hour, first off, I got to break over 106.6. Break through that, create a bullish setup. Below 107, though, it's still very bearish on a daily. So I think we can retest these lows, no doubt. So really keep a close eye on that to the downside for the euro. Still bearish. Is that everything? I think so. Bitcoin holding up very nicely. Back to 62822. I think that's way over. Oh, never mind. It's just over right now, barely. All right. Let's go ahead and how did that move? Hold on. There we go. Make me smaller right here. I'm fixing the fix my cam a bit. Oh, why is the background moving now? What the heck? There you go. Alright, sorry. There we go. Alright, let's get into the Pepe wheel. Starting off with... Did I get Pepe his own button now? I don't think so. Wait, can you guys hear the music? You can't even hear the music, can you? I didn't even realize that. Hold on. I didn't even realize that. My bad, guys. So I say we updated everything. You can hear this though, right? Oh, you can't hear that either. Hold on. What happened? Bear with me. I was wondering why you couldn't hear it. You could hear it in the intro. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, something changed. Something must have... You heard it earlier. I know you did. I could hear it in my headset. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Does this have to be opened? Bear with me. What happened? Now it's working. You can hear it now, right? That's my bad. Yeah, we already did Bitcoin predictions. You could hear a tick drop. Sorry, guys. Remember, we're all on the new stream now. We're on the new streaming PC, so we might have some technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. All right. That's my bad. Gosh, that's probably boring with my sick ass voice on the freaking thing the whole time. My bad. Gotta figure out the Apple fixes. All right, let's get to the board.
Completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living. That is to go on doing things.
Pepe wheel is here.
Which is stupid. Better to have a short
Let's get
life.
it. First up. BCH. You know Punctuator is gonna be happy. You know Punctuator is gonna be happy. Look at this guy. Sate said, "Can you show indicator prime script?" What? Yeah, let me just leak everything. I don't even have access to that, bro. I don't even have access to that. You think the media guys have access to the Pine script, brother? Come on. Come on, man. All right, man. Wow. Yo, Punctuator. Good thing you got out of that. Dude, this thing actually had some decent setups. That's a little bounce back there. Okay, well, guys, I mean, look at this. Hold on, I want to see something. Okay, never mind. What a rally and then pullback. Isn't that insane? We literally took a trade off of this in the 430s all the way up to 670. Like, that's what's crazy. All the way up to 670. Then it had a major pullback. Unreal. Okay, so first off, you know, I watched this level here, right? We have a previous change of character as well right here. So, you know, this little range here is not bad. Let's go to a weekly, though. Look at this, though. Those levels don't matter, right? If I take this weekly and just mark it off here, right? And I go back now to a daily, look at that. That's why the weekly's so nice, because, like, you can just mark this off like that and then go to a daily. Boom. Beautiful bounces. So that's the first thing I'd keep a close eye on. Let's go to that weekly again. Yeah, it's just that recent respected spot. So first off, yeah, 471 here. Lines up with the change of character as well, which is pretty awesome. We go to the 4 hour, yet again, respecting it beautifully. You know, obviously, in all of these guys on a 4 hour time frame, still bearish. The nice part is about BCH is this actually just broke back up, created a turning point above the 50. So it's starting to show people are willing to buy this under that 500 level, which is nice. I would want to see this thing go retest this previous little lower high set there at 560. If BCH could get back over 560, okay, I'd probably be willing to take a trade on it above 560. So watch that. That means that, you know, this level here, 471, was respected. Chad, we're going to be going over a lot of things, okay? So just let you know. Alluded today is not one of them. I'm sorry. Structure did technically break on the offset, it broke here, but I wish this would have extended higher on BCH. I would have looked for a setup. But again, this could still give you that turning point. That's why I'm saying if this thing breaks that top there, I like it on BCH. But like signals and overlays here, you can see it rejected that Neo Cloud, or sorry, the Smart Trail. And it just hit another 3 continuation signals. So I don't know. I'd be careful. Structure's going to have to break it. You can see right there, that's pretty nice with the Smart Trail. Smart Trail would break nicely on that one if it were to be a decent setup as well. So they've rejected that imbalance. I mean, everything kind of played off very nicely. But that daily time frame looks really good for that 471 support. But here you go. Need a bullish turning point on the daily here. Break back above this previous swing low. Give me, you know, a turning point above the 50. Somewhere like up here. So that would be ideal on BCH or reversal. But this is a good start at 471. 471 coming off that weekly open close previous high, right? Rejected a high volume order block up there coming from, you know, 2021. This is a pivotal point. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I mean, guys, there you go. Open close high there, major pivotal point, right? Most recent one. If we go back here, 678. Incredible rejection. Yo, Jockey, I'm here for you guys, man. I'm here for you guys. So even if I'm not feeling the best, we going. One sec, sorry. All right. So 471 though, watching that bounce back. Okay. If it closes above last week's high, 443, then we're good, right? We just close over that high. It'd be really nice. Or sorry, over last week's low, over the 44383. So watch for the closure up over that. We could be okay on BCH. But again, I really need that consolidation to, that low to bounce again and break over that 560. It's not a buy now. I mean, I know you trade leverage, and not if it's leverage. It's not a buy if it's leverage. If you want to long-term this, you know, and this isn't a bad level. This is not a bad starting level. So it depends what you're looking at. This is a good. This level overall is not bad for, you know, longer-term buys. If this is something you want to long-term in, I don't really necessarily hold any Bitcoin Cash. I would have to look more into Bitcoin Cash. I know this has been around just as long as Bitcoin for the most part, but do your research. You know, this is, you know, this level for on the TA side is not bad. So. Tom, we already did Bitcoin predictions, brother. I'm sorry. Already did them. All right, let's move on. Spot, yeah, spot's okay. You want to buy long term. On to the next one. ARB. ARB it is. Yeah, no, spot, you're okay with that. Next up, haircuts, man. Dude, I need haircuts so bad. Oh, my hair grows so fast. Oh, okay. Yeah, when we're done with all these, by the way, guys, that's probably going to be it, by the way. Just let you know. We'll probably just go over what's on the board today, and then when I'm feeling better, we'll make sure to do a full stream. It might even be 2 hours today, because I'll go a little slower. All right. 120. I mean, overall, ARB, big bear side, you know, move. The 4 hour and the daily all super bearish. Rejected an imbalance quite nicely there. But I will say this little bounce back, we're starting to see a little bit of people actually wanting to buy these things. At these levels. So weekly here. Weekly, yet again, coming off this high volume range. Let me pull up a fixed range profile because it's such a new one. Karen, the bot just posted what indicators I'm using, by the way. So we're in the POC there, guys. Respecting the POC, weekly closed above it. Weekly's trying to potentially close above it again. 117, 118, really good price it seems. Go to that daily time frame. I would want to see a nice breakout over 160. Go from there, right? If we can get through 160, that, you know, would be a nice structure shift, but still bearish if it's going to continue to trade beneath those structure points, right? What do we say? This is when you see decent trading opportunities and you know it's trending. Price breaks below, then respects the change of character, right? See that green line I drew? Here we go. BOS Forbes. Price beautifully respects that BOS. BOS forms again. If price respects it or even just rejects it here in that imbalance, then you'll probably see another leg down. But I will say, you know, it's nice to catch these on the first retest of like a change of character. Going into that first BOS, holding it into the second BOS. Usually after two BOSs, sometimes it can, you know, start to show you a bigger dip and then it will make a setup. Because, right, when you get these bigger dips, it spikes volatility. Usually with volatility, you can get a nice start to a reversal setup. And then the oscillators usually reset as well. So ARB right now, this is at that POC. If you are doing your own research, you want to buy ARB, right? Right now, yet again, it's at the POC, not a bad price point. It wants to hold over $1. Like all these dips are opportunities, my friends. Just do your own research. Figure out which ones are gonna, you know, be there in a few years, especially if they're new like this. But right now, good opportunities across the board. Just really focus on good areas to buy. Don't ever try to buy at the highs. You don't need to, especially for long term. There's always gonna be a chance, an opportunity. But you have to understand what opportunity presents itself. And that's kind of right now. So really keep a close eye on a lot of these. I might have to blow my nose here in a sec. All right, let's keep going. Render is one of those, by the way, guys, that we discussed What did I say? What do we say on render? I think this one deserves a... Actually, let me go to... Was it for, oh, let's go to daily. Sorry. What do we say on render?
Who's your daddy?
Nice, it's working. Okay, cool. Render, we said that $7 level. We wanted to buy some. It's already up $1. So if you entered that... if you entered that... I think it was 7. I think it's 7 or 8. One of those. I know it's at least 8. But overall, I mean, it was... Render $7 would have been money. Yeah, I think it was 7. It'd be nice to get even lower, but overall, render coming off a very aggressive pump, right? Long-term potential in render looks very solid with the massive rally it's had. $7 would have been money. Even $8 seems very nice for long-term pickups. I'm actually, after stream here, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on render, and I might start buying this one weekly, like I've said with Solana and stuff that I've been doing. But I'll keep a close eye on it for you guys. I have liked this one quite a bit though. So we'll keep an eye on it. Render, nice moves off of that low. Very aggressive buying off 7. Let's see, wicked up and then very aggressive all the way to 9. From $7, it jumped straight to $9, guys. That's a huge move. 28% move in like that first touch of 7 there. Because it blew through that level before. So, watching this thing, you know, hold up over 7 is pretty key right now on the daily. What? DIY, we're not TradingView, bro. This guy wants me to give him a free month of TradingView, and then he's gonna buy a year. He said, "What?" All right, 107. There you go. There we go. I need to switch those buttons around. I'm gonna do that real quick. Hold on. I switched the buttons a bit. There we go. That's better. It's like what? 3-day free trial, then he can buy. He said exactly. May. The indicator just posted by the bot in the chat there. Signals and overlays, price action concepts, and oscillator matrix. Here on the weekly, look at render getting that first signal there. I'm going to 18 sensitivity. I'm gonna optimize it. Bearish candles on render still. So it would be nice to see some bullish structure. I will say the oscillator just at a higher low here on render. So I'd like to see if it wants to continue back and go from there. But guys, overall, these are just great opportunities. Just do your own research. Yes, they do, May. They do work on any market. Work on any market. Okay, render off the board. Not a bad opportunity here, guys. Next one. Let's get it. MATIC. I'm glad that Pepe's on today. Can you hook me up with a lifetime trial membership to Lux Dog this week? That'd be cool. Yeah, bro. It's funny. Give me 1 free month and I'll buy it, I promise. Come on, man. Yeah, that's right. Come on, man. All right. You got a 30-day risk-free. Yeah, you do. You get 30 days risk-free. Any indicators we use, my friends. All right. Let's get my boring self into MATIC here on the weekly. We're going to dive into the range here on MATIC. So weekly range, remember guys, we're bottom of the value range right now at 68. Remember, I think we did talk about this being the potential level to keep a close eye on, and it probably would touch it. 69 here, 60, 50. Sorry, not 50. 69.5. What I didn't say. But overall, last week it closed above that, right? And this week, yet again, if we go to like a 4-hour time frame here, We can even see it's trying to respect kind of that level. It came down here, tagged 60. Wow, crazy tag. Yeah, bots in the other chat. Tag 60. And off 65 there, creating that open close 4-hour level. And now it went up and hit 75. Man, what a move. I will say, this is interesting. Huh. No, sorry, that's not a setup. I was supposed to say, is that a setup? No, it's not, because it didn't extend. I will say that this does look like it wants to reverse, so you're seeing that structure break here. And if you get a breakout again, you might go see the 80s. But remember what we said, that weekly time frame, this looks like a really good spot. So MATIC, if Polygon's something that you actually do like, which this thing's been around a decent bit, so this is a decent. This isn't that bad of an opportunity here. It has ranged quite a bit, but overall, it seems to respect these lower levels quite nicely in the 60s. This isn't a bad price either. I mean, we've talked about opportunity over and over again, but that weekly volume profile there is showing some decent moves, but. You know, overall, if I really wanted to, consider opportunity on this, I would want to see it probably shift a little bit of structure, because it's kind of like just it has room down to the 54. So like, I'd probably be watching for my first buy in the 50s down there if it were to actually break and go from there. But that's the tough part. So, or getting back over 80 or something and going from that. So that's kind of what I would watch. Watch for potential break back over 80 and then consider a buy, or if it actually, we might have a chance to get down to the 50s on MATIC. But it's been an interesting one to watch. Structure did break on that weekly time frame too, which is why I'm more bearish. Daily lower low form, still it's still struggling. We need some bullish price action. MATIC right now, watching up over these lows here would be the first step. Would be 72, 77, 73 really. Would be that first step for potential bounce back, right? So we gotta get up over that first and then go from there. We got Fed on the board, so you'll see Fed here in a second. Guys, all of this, like I've said already like 50 times, a lot of this is good opportunity. It's a matter of doing your research and then executing accordingly. So, Pepe, come on. Give me something, buddy. Give me something. There you go. Link, bet. Alright. So, remember what we discussed. We did say if Link was going to respect these highs, we weren't bearish on them yet. You saw that box there, respected. Flush through them like everything else, right? Flush through those highs. So the minute it didn't respect those highs, the first thing I was targeting was the bottom of those highs. Would have been right here, right? Sorry, bottom of those highs. Bottom of that consolidation. There's the bottom of the consolidation. Open close levels there and there. Marking it there as well. If you go down to a lower time frame, I mean, there you go. So this is why you always mark off, those open close levels, because even here, wick through, closed up, bullish candle, comes back down, retest it, close back up. The minute I saw this large candle like this, I would have waited for one more confirmation. Let's say if I'm trading key levels, like a trade, this was the only way I would do it. A lot of high volume range, right? Had a high volume here. The minute it comes back, retested again for a second time, it closes bullish like this, is where I would have taken a trade. If I ever trade these, it's got to give me multiple levels of confirmation, confirm there and there. More than likely, I would have put my stop at the bottom of that wick it's set on that 4 hour, and then traded a 2-to-1, which actually would not have hit it. It would almost have hit it well. But even that though, look at this. This is why no matter what time frame you're on, open close levels can be pretty key, because you can even see here this beautifully rejected. So that's why it's like, if you're going to take any trade, if you have an opportunity, you want to try to execute on a lower time frame, something that's level based on from higher time frames. even targeting open close highs on 4 hours are good. So even there was a 189 opportunity. But that's kind of like my idea around trading potentially a high volume range that previously was treated properly. Watching those lows, even the weekly there. Look at the that open close pivotal point there. If I would have just marked this off of that, I mean, you can even play it off of here too. I mean, there's a lot, but going into that daily was pretty important. Seeing that this level here was that low, and then also this level here. If I mark that off on the daily, so this is like here. Watch this, guys. If I mark this off on a daily, clearly that's the lowest open close low in this range, right? Open close low in this range. If I go to a weekly chart, okay, and it just so happens to line up exactly with a weekly open close low, that's going to be the most key level that I keep an eye on for lower time frame trading. Right now, if I go to a 4 hour, you can see here, beautifully respected, yet again, drops down, bought back up again, then I would take a trade opportunity. But that's probably the best way, or the only way I would be trading high volume levels or even previous ranges off the lows or the highs. If it lines up beautifully on both time frames, weekly and daily, it usually plays off quite nicely. So nice little bounce back this week, though. I'd want it to close pretty much over that level. 13.12 would be that price to keep an eye on now. But even then, if it closes above last week's low, which is 11.96, that's the bottom of this massive candle, then I like that it's trying to slow down in this 13 range below 14. And I would kind of go off of it from there. But yet again, if I were to consider any type of trade on this, not from that first retest. That first retest would have been a trade. But for now, since it didn't make its actual V bounce, I would have wanted to see it back over $14. 14 is going to be that first into step one, right? But then I need to see a clean break over 1470. Also, it's just at a higher low here. So there you go. Overall, if we want one of our setups, by the way, guys, we would need a bullish turning point here to happen. Go extend, and then come back for the retest, okay? We would have to have an extension. So this thing would immediately have to rally through this previous high, probably through this previous lower high, then come back and respect it. That would be the only way we get our bullish setup. You can see lower highs and lower lows are formed. So it would have to immediately extend all the way into that extended area here on that 4 hour time frame for Link to be a setup for us. But overall, this level's not bad. So quite interesting to see it react on Link right here. All right, let's move on to the next one. Dude, he's on it. Hey, Crypto Book, we're going to go over FET, buddy. Okay? We're going to go over FET. Don't worry. Did I move my monitor placement? What do you mean? We just have a streaming PC now. I want to be so with AER. Pepe is on it. I will say that. Wait. Let's do... Oh, I'm on the weekly. I see why. Let's go to Coinbase. So, Arrow, once you actually respect Nicola, there's a lot of buying opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity, man. Just do your own research, find key levels to buy off of, and do so. But again, these are all for your long term. And like we discussed in the last stream, guys, when you go to buy, you never want to full on buy with every dollar you have. Okay, you want to buy, a decent position size when you have opportunity, and then you wait to see if you can get a better opportunity to buy more, and then eventually just you're at least holding some cash, right? Sometimes people do 10% cash, if not more. But, you know, you always want to have some capital to play with to be able to execute on good buy opportunities. All right. First off, what I'm going to be doing is marking off this key level here that did break on a lower time frame. So, 1.74, right? I would want to see if this breaks. Did they all merge into ASI? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I have to look into it. I haven't been around for a few days, so. Perkins said, "You're a gambler, not a trader. I'm 100% sure you don't know any fundamental concept. Don't listen to him." All right, bro. Come into more streams, and then you'll maybe fully understand. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, so Arrow right now got that key open close daily high there. See, we had clear support over that and just broke it. So that being said, right now with that bearish structure coming into play, that 4 hour does turn bearish for us. What do we want to see the next retest? Well, you had nice lower highs before it made that previous move on Arrow, but again, this is a newer one, so all the money coming into this is more investment movements, right? So people are buying for more so a long-term type trade rather than actual TA when it comes into, you know, this type of aggressive buying, right? So the structure plays off, but you'll notice here, if I don't even have to even click the volume button to show you, but you'll notice the volume difference between these rallies and then the consolidation. They're quite different, right? Nice volume spike into that rally, then volume dies off until the next person buys again. So this is the same thing with like people that gamble meme coins. The biggest thing you watch on meme coins is volume. Volume spikes, you know, most memes to the top of the viewer list, top of the list that people are going to be willing to watch. This guy said, "I already understand what you are. Just show us your results since the start of COVID." What are you talking about? Goodness gracious. Okay, I'm not even gonna play him forward. Okay, but yeah, Arrow with the nice retracement, right, and then gets another volume spike. So anytime you're playing these, you gotta watch those spikes in volume. On these, you know, newer currencies. I'm reading this in the other chat. Tom, go to Huddle Gang, go to the other chat and play with this kid. He's in the vertical stream. Yeah. Everybody likes to be a hater till they ain't. All right, 178.439 though. If for some reason enough volume drives over that price, that's what I would be watching. But I mean, 4 hour here. Let me see here. That's the tough part. This is yet again one of those things where it's not, you know, this is so new that, you know, right now, it's maybe trying to show consistent volume. As you can see, the volume difference. What's nice is it is, and I don't know the exact date this joined Coinbase, so that's going to drive more volume. It seems like, let me see here, Aerodrome Coinbase. When did it join Coinbase? Anybody have a date? In February, maybe. It received investment from Coinbase in February. That probably makes sense, right? Now April there. All right. Yeah, but it's not. You haven't closed out of your positions. All right, so that being said, Arrow, yeah, I mean, we need consistent volume like it had on its first run up, right? So with that volume consistency, that's where you fully want to see, you know, potential trade opportunities. The problem is when it peaks like this and then the volume dies off around that, above that 140 there. You just have to wait until people jump back in it. So the TA isn't as good. The volume's starting to be consistent again. So as of now, if it's going to trade below that 1784, I would stay bearish, you know, targeting the 140 again, pretty key level. But, you know, that weekly time frame, or sorry, the daily here is, you know, if for some reason today or this week you can get a closure back over 178, then, you know, then maybe you could consider this thing continuing. But it's inside that imbalance already, so it's an interesting one. I'm not this is not one that I would consider like actually trading. I would more so consider this, you know, yet again another one you need to do your research and decide if this is one worth holding or not. But that being said, let's continue. Arrow off the board. But that level there, we said the 1784 is ideal. Perkins explaining how the market actually works, and clearly has only been in here for about 5 minutes. Alright, Jupiter. Y'all gave me all these new ones today. He said, what the fuck is spin? Dude, Perkins, you gotta listen, man. I do and analyze what people want me to analyze, okay? All the ones you're seeing, people have requested. Now, if you want to go back to the beginning of the stream, because you are honestly in the wrong stream anyway, go back to the beginning of the stream. You can look over all of our Bitcoin, the NASDAQ. You can look over the ES analysis. You can look over Solana analysis. You can look over our gold analysis, okay? If this is driving you crazy because we're going over ones that I didn't even suggest, then I'm sorry, but you're in the wrong part of the stream. Join the stream at a better time, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Goodness gracious. All right, Jupiter, guys. This even was this even earlier? I think every exchange is kind of the same on this, right? MXC usually sometimes has it early. Bitcoin, yeah, it's all the same. All right, let's go on Binance. All right. Yet again, guys, beautiful structure reaction. This is what we've talked about on stream a million times. You know, when you see those change characters or the BOSs come into play, you want to watch to see if price respects them, okay? So, yet again, Jupiter breaks and creates that change character from the previous high or low and drills in a lower high off of that nice impulse candle. So, nice imbalance there with that change character. See, when this gets respected, that's usually meaning it has been in a nice downtrend, right? Same with that change character or even the BOS. When the BOS gets respected, which in this case, look here, it did not get respected to the upside. If we wanted this to actually continue, first off, it would have wanted to bounce over that previous open close high there on the daily, but it ended up breaking beneath it and then rejecting it. So that's the first sign you know Jupiter possibly going to retest the previous high or low, which it did. Breaks down, you get that bearish change of character, and now you have a beautiful level to potentially take a short opportunity off of, especially with that imbalance forming. So that 114 reject would put you into probably a 4-hour. I mean, that perfectly tagged it. It would have already hit TP. You would have probably taken it off of down to 90. Right there, that open close low there, 95.1, right? Yes, I'll leave. Cannot do nothing for you, my man. Please, to all who see my message, enjoy this stream for fun or gambling. You will not learn any real trading key. Love you all. Trading is a science. Okay, man. He's clearly been only been in here for about 50 seconds, so it's all good, Perkins. Go ahead and judge without doing your research, buddy. Everybody's gonna love that. Enjoy. All right. What a day. We come back and immediately get our first major hater. It's awesome. All right. Jupiter, though, yeah, still in that bear structure, right? So when it's in bear structure, what are we targeting? I mean, it's pretty easy. We're just targeting those open close 4-hour lows there. So it would have targeted that first thing. We do have an order block sitting down there at 33%. I would mean you could go down to 76 if you wanted. But even that, it's like now it's kind of, you know, does it want to actually bounce off this same level at 90? Go back over that dollar, or does it want to go lower? I mean, right as of now, everything in this market is reacting to the overall war tension. So we have to mostly focus on that, and then, you know, obey structure, right? The biggest thing, obeying that structure. Still in bear structure, so there's no reason to not continuously look short until that bullish structure comes in. So that 1.4 level. Okay, 1.14 level would be the level I'd watch if I wanted Jupiter to that upside move. But again, it's all opportunity, guys. So for these newer ones, it's all coming down to, you know, whether or not this is the time to buy. In this case, you know, it's not, you know, I feel like you could get 80 again with everything going on. So maybe to that downside, that's what I would target if I were to potentially buy this more so for the long term. I learned trading in science. That was, then I was a mini Jacob now. Can I look at XRP? Yeah, we can look at XRP a little bit. The funny thing is he's sitting here talking about like how everything, you know, that we've gone over, we haven't discussed like what's going on with politics or the news whatsoever, when that's like the first thing we go over in every stream. And then we get into analysis, which is funny. So it's like... It's like literally, I mean, people want to come in here and say TA doesn't work when it clearly works over and over. It's like you realize that price action reflects what's happening in our economy and what's happening in the world. It's like that's just how it is. When there's a major news event and it rejects, like it blows through key levels, I mean, structure shifts because of that. I mean, it's the same thing. It's like news drives that structure shift. So you can then, based on price reaction, because everything in these major markets now, especially on Bitcoin and ES and crude oil and stuff, when these things react with that market news, when price reacts to that market news, these bots that are trading major positions follow a sequence which, you know, reflects on the price action. So essentially, you can use TA to pretty much dial in any news that's driven because it's going to reflect on the chart no matter what. So, like HHA says, TA works when used correctly. Absolutely. You don't want to be stupid and not pay attention to what's going on. And I hope we discuss that enough on stream. I mean, that's why we go over the news at the beginning of every stream. So, dude, Pepe's on it today. It's fun to touch. It's fun to play with him, though. I will say that. Let me see. But he's not wrong. I mean, he's definitely not wrong. But again, price action is pretty much reading everything that's happening. So that's why, you know, that's why we're using indicators, because we can use them to give us a good opportunity and good levels to actually trade off of, because they will be respected. You just want to know when you should sell Jupiter? I mean, are you? It depends. Are you, you know, leveraged on Jupiter or not? Because you should have sold Jupiter by now if you were trading it. All right, Fetch, bro, guys, these levels are dialed. Yeah, are you leveraged though? Do you have, you know, long term in mind or short term in mind? because it's just giving you a better opportunity to get a better position. When would you long in Bitcoin for the halving? So I usually, yeah, then you're okay, man. I would be, if you're another 6 months, then you should be all right. Jupiter is so new too. So Bitcoin, like I've said before, I treat it like an IRA, so I contribute to like my Bitcoin holdings every week. You'll get the best average overall. Okay, so that's kind of how I treat Bitcoin. So people always ask me, when should I buy? I mean, if you want to wait, then I would say right now your next level to potentially buy, and of course this is not financial advice, would be 60. 60 is that next key level, if it were to actually retrace to that level. But if I were you, I would just start investing weekly like an IRA into it for the long term, because I don't think we're going to fully mine Bitcoin until after we're dead. So yeah, based on all the halvings every 4 years, right? We're not going to fully mine Bitcoin until we're dead. Could Juke do $50 this bull run? Dude, I'm pretty sure, what was it at? It was not even $1. Yeah, I just rejected. I wouldn't say $1 or $50, my friend. But, this is yet another one that you, like, Jupiter is great for this Solana network, people launching meme coins and everything. People are using it to, swap for whatever meme coin they want. So it's a highly used network. For the long term, if you're saying 6 months you want to hold, I'd probably, even go for like $3 to $5. I wouldn't consider 50, to be honest. Maybe in like 5 years if it picks up crazy steam, but if you're talking 6 month time frame like you just said, then yeah, I wouldn't say 6 months. All right, Fetch. Let's talk about Fetch. So Fet here, 2.3826. Okay, beautiful reject there off these open close daily lows and that change of character. Can't get better than that. Right now, I would consider this a little bit lower. Now, 180 here is what I'd be watching right now for it to potentially retest here on FET. Now, lower highs forming on that oscillator still. Let's go into a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'd be targeting is the 180. You might even say 187, this open close 4-hour low there. 187, 186. But beautiful rejection off of that 236 level, and all that comes from is that change of character in there. Can't get better than that. It's fully filling this imbalance now. It rejected it again. Looks like your odds are stacked to the downside right now, so I would keep a close eye on that weekly time frame here. From its recent pivotal point, we're seeing a beautiful bounce off the 618. I do think, even though we're saying 180, that this weekly's solid. So that 180 point watch for if it were to touch again, for it to continuously trade over, because the last week's low was 159. So if it can close this week over that price of 159, I kind of like it for maybe a bullish week coming soon. So keep a close eye on it. Jupe will be the best exchange in my opinion. Should I hold for years? I will listen to you what you say. Well, technically you're not supposed to listen to me. If you can consider this as not financial advice, then I will give you my opinion. If you say yes, I understand this is not financial advice. But overall, guys, daily's in that bearish structure. 4-hour as well is in that bearish structure. All I'm going to be honest with you is that Jupiter's not going to $50 this year. If it does, then, that's awesome. More power to you. But long term, I would hold, Jupiter's not a bad play right now for the long term. I don't think it's that bad of an idea. But Jupiter is very highly used right now. We'll see how it plays out, but in its current state where it's at, Jupiter is a decent buy with how it's being used right now. That doesn't mean it's going to last forever. NFTs didn't last forever. Meme coins are a little bit different, right? You can generate them quite quickly. There's a lot of money in them. And people are jumping to Solana accordingly. I would honestly buy Solana over Jupiter right now. It's interesting, though, to see how Solana has been with this whole meme coin thing. I'm curious, though, about the meme coins and people launching, apps on the Solana network, how it's going to be in the long term. And, we'll keep a close eye on it. But I would buy Solana over Jupiter. But then, Jupiter's a good secondary to Solana. But all for long term, guys. It's like all of these newer ones, especially like Jupiter and stuff, I would not necessarily trade them. I would just buy them for the long term. He's 15, of course. Underage financial advice. I think $5 to $8 is good. I think $5 to $8 is a good target. Yeah, Brad, but Solana having problems is a good thing. Solana having problems is a good thing. All right, let's go for Avalanche. All right, where are we at here? 141, nice. Yeah, but Dennis, you know that there's a lot. It's not just meme coins, right? There's a lot of really nice tech that's being launched on Solana because of how easy and fast Solana is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Meme coins aren't going to keep it alive, but I will say the amount of people that are using it for meme coins is a good spike to its popularity because everything is trending these days. Everything is trending based. Solana. A lot of really cool apps have been launched already on that network, so that's what we're going to continue to watch. All right, so first off, Avalanche is going to be watching how this reacts to a volume profile. You can see here it's already finding support over $32, which is good. Sorry, I'm looking. Congrats to Scotty Shuffler, he said. Yeah, man freaking killed that tournament. All right, Avalanche here, though, holding up over 32 was nice. Or, sorry, 33 was nice. The bottom here is 32. Sorry, the value range, yep. We have that POC sitting at 36. I would like to see this thing back over 36. If you can get back over 40, that'd be really nice. But for now, it's at the bottom of that volume range, so it's a good watch right now. You can see potential higher low forming on the oscillator. If we go to that weekly time frame, it's a little bit different, right? This thing, lower high, beautiful bearish gap divergence. Beautiful bearish gap divergence here, as you can see, triggered early off of this candle. Back down to retest this. Right now, this weekly candle is continuously closed over 32. That's the bottom of this open close level. We've talked about Avalanche and this open close here. If on that weekly we continue to trade over, let's just say 30 on the money, $30, I still do like it. I don't like that this thing didn't hold up over that previous open close weekly high there, 47. But for the long term on the Avalanche, this is up over that 30 level. It's okay. So really going to keep a close eye on this here. If it breaks down below that, then we'll talk about how it could 24 is probably going to hit. But for now, off 30 looks good. Bounce off of there. We need to see that structure shift. So it's going to take a minute for this thing on the daily to get back into play. But give me some consolidation between 40 and 33, and I'll be happy. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting one to keep a close eye on with 34 there, and go from this 30 bounce. So could be very, very interesting. Yeah, but Dennis, it's also reflecting on the price. The fact that it's under $200 is a big reason because of that. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely on the map now. A lot of people are going to start using it. So we'll keep a close eye on it though throughout the time of the stream and when we get into this next really big bull cycle with Bitcoin. But guys, there you go, $30. Watch AVAX continue to hold up over it. Look for consolidation, and we'll play off of it accordingly. Just need some bullish consolidation. Still bearish on the 4 hour and the daily here. 4 hour structure shift at 38.70, 38.80. I'll look for an upside move to 45 if it gets over that. All right, Avalanche. Let's move on. Can we see big fall in Bitcoin as Bitcoin is not shown in fluctuation? It's, you know, Bitcoin has been known to have a slight retracement after the halving, but it's different now because of the ETFs in the market. So we'll keep a close eye on. What Bitcoin does. But we like it over 60K. If it's above 60, we're happy. All right, I mean, near here, it can't get better than that. Beautifully respected daily bounce off of that open close high over there. The low was 430. The open close levels there were 433 roughly. Lovely bounce back, closing back over that $5 level. Can't get better than that. I do like it so far. So we'll see kind of how it does here on that 4 hour time frame. 4 hour here. I would want it to close back over $6 to give me some type of you know, reversal setup. I would not recommend going all in on one asset there, Fly, okay? You don't want to just buy Jupiter. That's not the one you just want to buy. I would buy some Solana. I would buy some Bitcoin. I would buy some. I mean, even Ethereum is still worth a buy. I would buy some Avalanche. Avalanche, I think, is a good one. I would buy some. I mean, you need to kind of spread your moolah out a bit there, brother. All right. Near for our last one here, guys. High or low? Look at this. Broke structure here. Got the high low on the oscillator. If this candle closes where it's at, this could be the start to the first one actually making a potential reversal. So let's watch for this thing to rally back through that high there at 577. If it can get back over that, I would look for a potential trade, but got to get through 577, 580 level. 6 would put us into an interesting spot though. 6 would probably be your safest bet to break over. You can see it was respected quite nicely here off those previous highs. But really keep an eye on that, breaking through 6 and going off of there. I'd like to see if this thing on the oscillator could break through this level as well, extend, and then potentially create that higher low. This did already break that structure, but if for some reason it were to extend out and then come back, we could potentially still consider a trade, because that would still create that change of character there, and then make off that higher low. So keep a close eye on it. But overall, that's pretty much a near for you. $6 watch. Otherwise, you're bearish on the lower time frames here. Daily, beautiful bounce off 433. I would want to see if it continues to bounce off of that or not. Which kind of sucks too on near, because this did have a bull flag formation before that news. Actually, didn't really set a lower low there, but kind of had a bull flag formation before that news. So with a breakout, a higher low, could have had a really nice double-digit run. Weekly time frame, beautifully respected here off that BOS, and then this level here, open close level there, respected as well. So anything really above $5 right now, we're happy with. Okay, so keep a close eye on it. If it goes back to the 433, we'll look at it as well. Let's take a final look at ES here, guys. We'll be back tomorrow to go over more. I'm still recovering from being sick. Oh. ES trying to flip back green, good sign. NQ Trying to flip back green as well. Good sign. Let's look gold here. Closing back up. Looks good. Our gold trade's playing out very nicely. Our BNB trade killed it too. Bitcoin. That'd be awesome to get it closed red today. Oop. It looks like we're on the edge here. We got 10 minutes left till Bitcoin predictions. Our Bitcoin prediction was 62757. Right now it's at 62765. It's going to be really close today. But again, guys, up over 60K, we're happy. Remember, continuous bounce over 62, it's really nice if that could continue. Friday, we have the Halving, so focus on that. Overall, though, definitely very good moves. He said, hey, Jacob, put Vicks Vapor Rub on the soles of your feet before bedtime. Hey, I've actually potentially heard that. I've used it just in general, like on my chest and stuff. It helps. All right. I'm going to blow my nose real quick, so bear with me. You know that thing where you like relieve pressure? You relieve pressure, then immediately the pressure builds back up and it makes like all that weird squeaky sounds. Oh man, it's the worst. DK, I appreciate that, buddy. Well, I want to be here for you guys, so I was feeling a little bit better. My head's just very stuffed up. But just take it easy. New stream format, though, is pretty sick. Let's see here. We got about 8 minutes left. You know what? I'm going to click the end screen so I can put it on behind me there. We can talk a little bit more. Let's pull up the news again. Talk about news here. So, remember, guys, tomorrow's Wednesday. We got crude oil inventories. 10:30, and then we have 20-year bond auction at 1 Eastern. I thought we had something else tomorrow. Maybe not. Had Jerome speak today, which is good. Market as back green today, which is nice. And Thursday we have the Fed manufacturing index at 8:30, so keep a close eye on that. Thursday morning 8:30, an hour before open, and then existing home sales at 10 a.m. so you will see some volatility at 10 a.m. It's interesting. We haven't had too many crazy reports at 10 a.m. recently. It's been all like 8:30 pre-market setting the sentiment for the day, so we'll definitely be getting something similar to that. But yeah. So let's see here. Gotta make sure we take the right time. About 7 minutes left. We're sitting less right now. 757. I didn't necessarily see any setups, I will say. Didn't see any setups. We're still in that Bitcoin trade. How's Amazon doing? I think it came down a bit. I'm trying out some setup trades on lower time frames here and seeing if they play out. Amazon was just chilling, still chilling. Overall, interesting day on the overall markets, just being a little sideways. So maybe we get a bounce back tomorrow. Gold here. There's potential trades we could take. I have Windows on my Mac Studio. No, this is just a capture card coming through the Mac. So like I can you'll see the background a little bit here if I do this. Oh, I didn't even realize I was open. See? So we can play anything now. It's not just the screen anymore. But another TradingView competition. That must have done very well for them to do it again. Yeah, the nice part about the dual setup now, guys, is if like this street, if my other computer crashes, then I like the stream doesn't crash. I'm still here. But you can tell the camera's kind of jittery today, and my voice is probably unsynced. It's a little off too. Forgot about that. It's another thing. All right, we got about 6 minutes here. Should we do Bitcoin? I guess we could do a little bit of Bitcoin 1 second trading again. BTC. There are 100 Bitcoins. This thing's been consolidating, huh? Let's see. Extended to extended. Wait for the turning point. Right now. Turn now. Turn now. Oh, it might give it to it. It did. Here we go. Right out of the gate. We get a long. We're already up 1,700. Look at this go. We'll take our TP up here. Wait, yeah. We'll put it right up at this previous high up there. Stop loss down here. What's gonna hit first? Probably the stop. This thing's ranging. There it goes. No. Bounce. Don't do it to us. What was the price? It was 70 what? 62757. It's sitting at less right now. 6275. Oh, it tagged us out. It stop ran us. We got about 2 minutes here on the Bitcoin predictions. Filecoin. We'll be coming down, man. We'll go over that tomorrow. I got you. This is ranging. Look at the range on a 1 second. You wouldn't think this thing could range on a 1 second chart. Watch what happens though. If this thing, that's crazy. Look at that. Look at the difference there. Look at this bear flag. Breakdown. All right, watch the break and retest. Break and retest. It broke it. Give me turning point now. Oh, too bad. Oh, there's that break. Yeah, this can be close. I gotta watch this. Hold on. It was 757. It's 75738. Holy crap! Hold on. We got nearly 1 minute. Can you predict about your viewpoint of short-term Bitcoin view, like day trading? I mean, we randomly look at like the 1 second chart and stuff, but like, I mean, it's the same general concept overall. The 1 second's obviously just a joke. It's nothing serious. We're just playing around for fun while we wait for our Bitcoin predictions. So, like, let's see here. Does this clear previous lows here? But while it created that change character, that's that'd be the first thing I'd watch. 20 seconds here. Jacob, be honest to us. Are you trading Bitcoin 1 second for the giveaways? No. Let me see here. We got almost 10 seconds. It's 757. It's more right now, guys. That change character came in clutch for you. 10 seconds. It's sitting at more. This is really close. This is really close. 4 seconds. 765. Oh my gosh. Barely more. It was barely more. Barely more. Congrats, guys. If you said more today, you get 100 points out of your profile. Great job. Great job. Out of nowhere, just the sound effects come in again. It's like we're in like lo-fi hip-hop. It just busts through. And it just went to less the second I said that, too. The second I said that, it just went to less. Insane. All right, guys. That being said, I really appreciate you being here. Yet again, like we just said, wow, nice little... This is volatile as hell at the end of this US market. More is the winner by literally 2 seconds. Insane. So great job if you put more. Looks like a decent of you did. Poor Dennis put less. Barely missed. Everybody barely missed. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully, you know, the end of the stream, or sorry, this stream was, you know, somewhat informational. Make sure you go and follow the Twitter, okay? Luxalgo on Twitter if you want to be constantly updated with what's going on in the market. We're literally starting to post things before other pages hit it. So make sure. It's interesting. Determines a Chinese-owned broker Webull discloses user data. Long hood there, BK. Should we long it? But yeah, make sure you follow the Twitter, guys, for constant updates on what's going on in the market and across the world. Appreciate you guys for following that and hanging out with us here on stream. Thanks yet again. Make sure tomorrow, Wednesday, we have crude oil at 10:30 if you trade oil. And then that's about it for Wednesday news. Then Thursday, we got some major news coming in. But overall, guys, besides the Twitter, make sure you follow the Discord, okay? On the Discord, be nice too. Don't follow the Discord. What am I saying? Join the Discord. Goodness gracious. Yeah, more won there. HH, more wins. More won barely. But yeah, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Sorry for me being sick. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow and it's more energetic here on the Lux Algo stream. But I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day. And man, stay healthy out there. It's not fun being sick. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
Who's your daddy?